The Diversity and Inclusion Committee, I do have some questions about that, and I'm still, confused, just going back to the councilwoman, as to why it took 2 years and they still haven't met, it still hasn't been populated. And, when you talk about your priorities, if it's a priority, you'll get it done. If it's important to you, you'll get it done. And the fact that it hasn't been done says this is not a priority, it's not important. And furthermore, it's to my understanding that there was an issue with a particular senior manager who had there was some concern about bias and discrimination, and there was an investigation that was launched, and you responded that although this particular employee's responses were absolutely unacceptable, that there was going to be no library action that was going to be taken. I'm sorry?
From a disciplinary standpoint.
From a disciplinary. So if we have someone who's on the library staff, so basically a City of Philadelphia employee, who has made remarks that are inappropriate, I think are your words, inappropriate, unacceptable, intolerable, and there was no disciplinary action that was made about this woman towards an African-American woman who was trying to do something around issues of diversity within the library system. Can you talk about that?
So I can't get into the specifics because of the privacy rules that surround this.
Sure,
but,
I understand.
I'm just saying. So we had. So there was an investigation. In addition to my own review of the situation, we came away that there was there was a bit inappropriate response by the senior staff member, but from a disciplinary standpoint, there was no intent and not a history of discriminatory behavior prior to that. And so were there actions that we took on the management side of it? Yes, but as it related to this specific issue, no.
I don't think that's acceptable.
I understand.
Understanding and action are two different things. I appreciate that you understand, but as a woman of color who has worked in environments that have been less than friendly and people have said things that are highly inappropriate, I can sit here right now and think of things that people have said to me that just sort of, upper level management felt, well, they said it was wrong, but we're not going to do anything about it. And I can't tell you how deep that stain goes and how hurtful that is. And it doesn't go away. And it particularly hurts when you are committed to your job and you feel like your job has really turned their backs on you when you need help, when you need assistance. And I think that that's exactly what we've done to library employees when we know that something wrong has happened, but we choose not to do anything about it in terms of addressing the employee and offering corrective action. Whereas if, it feels like a lot of the time we are swift to discipline when it is someone of color. But when it is someone else, there is not that same level of attention that is given, or, there's a issue with respect here. There's an issue with respect. And so, I'm not sure that you get it.
Okay.
Okay, that's what you say. Okay, all right. Okay. Well, ain't that something? Who is your new diversity and inclusion officer?
Her name is Danielle Henderson.
Okay, is she here? Is she part of the conversation?
She had a family emergency.
Okay, all right, because it would be great to hear from her in terms of what she intends to do about diversity and inclusion. And I'm hopeful that she'll have more to say than just okay about doing something about the policies at the library. But I just, I can't state it enough that there needs to be more. Like okay is not acceptable. You need to do more. You need to do better. Or we need to get somebody who's going to do more, do better. That's no disrespect on you, but this is a city that's funded with taxpayers of all colors, all shades, and if we don't see that there is something that needs to happen to be respectful of them, then we need somebody who understands what is important to all colors, all communities, all people, all faith. It's not just one individual. So. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
So, Councilwoman, you have to know that we are deeply committed to this. It is a priority for this organization.
I can't tell it. Based on what you've given me and your response, I can't tell that you are deeply committed to anything related to diversity and inclusion. And show and prove. You know, like show me what you got. Show me what you're going to do. Don't just talk to me about it. Show me. Before the end of this budget cycle, show me. Because I want the libraries to work. I'm like I said, I'm a library kid. I grew up in the public library, and I know how hard it was in my neighborhood in North Philly. It was hard for me to get to that library, but I love that building. I love what they did for me when I was in that building and the resources that were there. And so, you know, to sit here and kind of nonchalantly just kind of, well, okay, you know, like that doesn't sit well with me. And so, you know, I'm asking you for more. If, you know, like if you want the support of this council, I think that you deserve, that we deserve more from you than just okay.
Understood. Yes.
Thank you.